I have no idea what's going on right now, but I'll get you right in 1 second. All right, guys. I'm already walking in all screwed up, all messed up. It is okay. I am all scattered brain. I have been up for over 24 hours. I cannot sleep. I had a really, really big breakthrough. For those of you guys who ever been devs, if you ever work on a project, if you ever did your coding and you've been going through all your shit, you've gone through all of your stuff, you've gone through all your arrays, something has not been working for whatever how long. I have had a project that I've been working on for so long. It's really been in terms of content, and I finally had a breakthrough late last night, and I had been working on it like mad ever since. So I have not slept. I'm still up. I am 3.5 uh, cups of coffee in. So I put half of it away. So that's gonna be my cold coffee. But if the moment I start feeling a little drowsy, I'm gonna get back to it. Um, I feel like I needed to take a break because I'm at a little bit of a stump again. So I just figured I would go live. Um, and see what's going on with you guys. Cause Jesus Christ, I know I know you probably think, oh, it's so early. Get up early, go to early. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I see nobody else is on. It's okay as well. I couldn't find nobody to really think about drowning my time in to try to sit there and sort through the shit. So I said, what the hell? I'll go through it. Um, hopefully you guys are actually having a good time today. I did make this stream a members only because I didn't really get into a whole big thing, and then people start showing up, and then there's a whole big thing going on with a whole lot of other people that just want to sit there and burn time that I really don't think I'm going to have, but we'll see as we get into it. And then of course I need to sort out my system as well because, well, as you heard, I didn't even know what the hell was going on with my sound earlier today, but I needed to do it because, believe it or not, this is all you really have from me. I have been doing nothing but working on stuff for the upcoming fourth quarter, the new session coming up for everything going on here on the channel. So literally outside of what you got here on my camera, I have no new settings. I had literally wiped everything from my system. So this is the most that I have. I started working on some things. I have most of my assets taken care of, but I have to move a whole lot of files and different places. So I don't really have much outside of that. And I think I was just gonna take a little bit of this break to see what was going on with you guys for those who might be here. But outside of that, I don't really think so. So I'm gonna take a little time and I'm gonna see what's going on over in these streets while I get a little bit of time to myself. And then, God forbid,
The art commentary.
I have so much tabs. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how many tabs I got sitting there going on. But the way how hard my PC is working, it lets me know that I have to get through some stuff. Oh, by the way, now I think about it right now, I've been busy with so much other stuff, but I need to get through on my gaming as well because that is crazy how I haven't even touched anything. But anyway, appreciate you those who have already been in the building. If you happen to actually be a member, just say what's up in the chat. You probably a lot of you who don't really have memberships, which means that you should really only be seeing me right now if you really do have a membership. But I don't know because YouTube gets a little bit weird and all that stuff. So what's going on? And I went on really like spur of the moment because I'm not trying to fall asleep. But anyway, hopefully you guys are doing today. I gotta figure out what my tabs are because everything else is going crazy. It's not gonna be a. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. I gotta figure out what's going on, and then if anything, we will be able to sort out what's going on for the week. It is Tuesday. I have not decided quite yet. I might do it, being the fact that I'm not trying to go to sleep, but I have not quite decided just yet if I am going to do an official stream for the day. Why it feels so dark, it's so dreary. Computer, lights on. Okay, that feels better. Okay. I was like, I don't know why it just felt really, really dark around me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a stream tonight. If I know if I do go live, I'll end up staying up for it. But I don't really know. Tongue tied. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, to be honest with you, because I haven't really thought about anything really outside of this current project that I'm working on, which I'm just trying to take a break to actually just think about what's going on. And then on top of that, I know OG is going to be going live later today, him and Tom. So I might listen to it. Depends on where it is during the day or what they're really talking about. It's most likely going to be either something political or cop stuff. So we'll have to see what's going on from there. Outside of that, just seeing what everybody else is doing as well. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff because I can hear my computer going crazy as well as everything else I'm working on. As to what's been going on social media. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning up my tabs because I need to figure out what the hell has been going on in my system, and my tabs keep growing. They keep growing. So I guess this little bit of a snippet for what's going on right now is going to be a little bit of what my reactions are to things going on in my tab that I pulled over to the side. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's still bad. Oh, I didn't even know Steven Crowder was back to doing that. Oh shit, Steven Crowder's back to being out on the streets. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I can show you a bit. I can tell you. Anyway, shout out to you who's already in the building. Like I said, some of you guys are at work. Probably some of you guys are dealing with family. It is kind of early compared to what I normally do things, and I kind of miss doing a little bit of a day stream. But at the same time, I'm doing so much during the daytime. It's ridiculous. So let's get a quick look at what's going on over here. Let's see. I see Steven Crowder's channel. What's going on with Steven? It looks like he is back out in the street. So he's doing his back. I guess he's back doing his change my mind, which is weird, by the way, after he did that whole big thing about Charlie Kirk and him losing his mind over that. It's surprising that he's going back on the street. This was 13 days ago. So it's surprising that he's actually going back out in the street and he's doing it. I guess he feels like it is a moral obligation. I have no idea what he's doing over here with Obama, but this says 51 minutes ago. What? Obama with a piece of, well, shoot, and he's already given his. You know what? Now I do want to actually know what he says about her. Let's see. What's his thoughts? Because I didn't really get too far in it with OG and myself. We were too busy stuck on other stuff when it came to the Curry's relationship. No, I don't.
Click Rumble Premium and join now for $99 annually or $9.99 a month to get the entirely ad-free
No idea.
Hey,
What do you
can we admonish Gerald because in fact Josh and I are not practicing homosexuals?
We are not practicing.
Yeah. Both of them, yeah.
Anymore.
There you go. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm in a better mood now.
Yeah, now I feel good.
Everybody is. That's what. Fine, I'll do what I can.
I'm still dealing with, like, after you have the stomach bug, like the dehydration, my lips and stuff are still wrung out, which,
I
I'm not
forgot
going to
what
say
his show
anything.
is
No
like.
jokes.
well, you never do.
Yeah.
So
By the way,
There's a
this is not something, this is not a teammate. This is not someone who you can trust. And I wouldn't blame Steph Curry if he came home after watching this specific podcast, but she's made the rounds, with divorce papers that moment. Because
He's not leaving. Yeah, we were talking about this on the DVD on Sunday. He's not gonna leave. I think, I was thinking about this a little bit more the next day on Monday about this whole thing. It would not be in his best interest to leave. If it's one thing, if she leaves, then he can just be like, hey, what can I do? She got tired. She did whatever. She left. But if he does so, if he's the one who decides to draw papers on him, it will tarnish his image and he would be essentially the bad guy. So, yeah, I don't see him actually making that choice.
writing is on the wall. And I want to handle this delicately because I know that Steph Curry seems to be a stand-up guy and he's going to want to stand up for his wife. What she's doing is indefensible, and she's putting him in a position that is indefensible. So Steph Curry's wife went on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And we have a lot of clips here. You can comment below if you've seen it, what your thoughts are. But we're going to go through it and kind of parse through everything wrong and how it's actually sort of, it's indicative of how a lot of people think. This marriage is very likely doomed to fail because she's telling you that. Here is Ayesha Curry, wife.
I hope he's not really trying to push that along. I mean, not for nothing. Based on what we saw, Stephen, no disrespect, but it is what it is. Your marriage is doomed to fail. So, I mean, but not for nothing. I've been seeing a lot of different things on my feed that's been popping up. So I've even to the point where I think I can't even say all these different content creators haven't really been online. But there's a lot of content creators, a lot of stuff has been on my feed ever since about her. And the only real thing that I've ever got to hear, even though it was a little bit about it, was literally on the DVD. So right now I'm literally taking in everybody else's perspective rather than being able to form my own, because I really just haven't sat down to listen to the Call Her Daddy podcast to know what the hell she actually said herself. I know I should probably do so. I just really haven't had the time. So, well, we'll see what Stephen has to say about it.
To multi-millionaire, loyal, Christian family man, unhappy.
Ayesha Curry, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you for having me. I'm just grateful. I'm excited. Hoping I don't get in trouble for the things that I say. So,
Probably too late.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married.
That's awful to say publicly. Your kids are going to see this. And I get that you can say behind closed doors, like, we didn't plan on it, or I didn't know if I wanted to be a mom, and it's a tremendous blessing. Also, the very first statement, I hope that I don't get in trouble. That's very different, because I know that I've gone on shows and I've said, I'll probably catch some flack for this. There's a big difference between.
I probably won't, because I'll be honest with you. I see some, like, when I hear things like the Call Her Daddy, I'm not even worried about the words of the podcast. Like you hear people make names for podcasts to try to be as salacious as possible. Call her daddy, flagrant, whatever. Opinionated, even though it's not the name of my channel, it's the name of one of the shows that I do. So people do things like this all the time. So that doesn't surprise me. But when I see the Call Her Daddy podcast girl, I think of the other girl that lost her marriage because she was in the bed with Drake or something, and the same thing like the Haktua girl. Like these particular podcast hosts don't really have talent. That's why I don't watch them. They're not really bringing anything to the table for me.
Acceptance for taking a stance and hoping that nobody blames you, trying to sort of create this immunity from accountability right off the bat. Well, why do you hope you don't get in trouble? Why would you get in trouble? It's okay to get in trouble if you're saying something. which actually represents your convictions, right away, this is a setup for victim, poor me. Again, yes, she is with a man who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars and can do whatever she wants, but never wanted kids. We're off to a nice start.
I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it.
Was he the basketball guy in high school or no?
Apparently he was, but I genuinely didn't pay attention to that because I grew up in such an arts-driven family that sports outside of like Doug Flutie playing for the Buffalo Bills like it just wasn't a thing. And then not coming from that sports background and understanding how like rare the opportunity he had was, I was like, yeah, stay.
So, oh gosh, I can't believe this. I might beat myself up about it. He's probably not listening, so thank God. So, thank God he's not here to listen to it. John the Baptist might actually be right on something. Because I can't believe I actually just said this, that he might be right on something. But the simple fact that I'm not saying that she's always been the modern woman that he claimed her out to be. People change over time or become things or don't become things over time. I don't care about the narratives or the talking points or whatever. That's not my problem. But when we talk about people who try to look for people when they're young, when they're growing up with somebody, and they talk about potential. He had potential. She's saying, I didn't even think he had potential. He just wound up being this thing. That's according to what she just said right now. I didn't really hear a lot of her celebrating or saying positive things about him, because even right now she just said, I really didn't think he was going to be shit. I thought I was going to be the boss babe, is what she basically said.
It's cool.
You know, I've said before in the past, like, you don't have to even share the same interests with the person you're with. You just have to care that they're interested in it. I didn't know about sports. Well, you're with a man who it's kind of his life. How could you possibly be a good wife, girlfriend, supporter if you're like, I don't know anything about that? You should.
You should have.
Did she ever watch a game?
Well, I think she does now. To be fair, I think she does now. I think what she's saying is when she was a young woman. I think they met
before
when they
he
were,
was
like,
famous.
19
She
or
ever
something.
watch a fucking game? Probably not.
Yeah.
Tim's like, fine, the qualifier. Here you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we have clips to get. This is just the setup.
Yeah,
By the way, right now the video has 3 times the number of downvotes as upvotes. And no doubt.
There's plenty more to dislike later.
Yes.
That might not be the point for me, but there's plenty more.
Okay,
One of the recurring,
Jesus
just one point that
Christ.
she did bring up that I want to make sure, just to highlight it. I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married.
No. Let's talk about the likes for a moment. Like, do you understand how many people have to turn around and say, I don't like what I just don't like this heifer. She is out of pocket for them to do that. So it was 5K like. It was like 5.4K like or something like that. And it was 12K under. That's crazy. Hey, Aisha, no more. No more. You have earned yourself a gag. No more.
I thought I was going to be a career woman, and that's it. That's going to resurface. That formula right now is part of the problem.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and let me guess. And I don't, because I just kind of watched this
mentioned
and
that
said, let's just watch it and go. Some point she talks about, and I don't know if people know, like, if it's for me or if they say it's because of if I only got that job because of my husband. Yes. Okay, listen, you want to do it your way, teenager, and just become a career woman? Let's just set the stage here. If you did it alone your way, how long before you could afford what you are currently wearing on your person?
That's not the important part. That's not the important part, and that was the part that I was kind of making on the show that we had on Sunday. It's not even about the money. Here's the thing of the matter. Even when Steven says, like, how much she's wearing on her ring finger, she wouldn't. Here's the truth of the matter. It wouldn't be as much. I'm just gonna agree with you on this part. It wouldn't be as much, but she also would not know how much she would be wearing on her ring finger today if she had pursued the particular career she was looking for. Now, keep in mind, she thought she was going to be an actress. She still wasn't that. This career boss babe shit, she still didn't go for that. She went into cooking television. That's not being an actress. I mean, yeah, you can fake a smile on TV, sure, but you're not up there playing parts, reading scripts, kissing random dudes, being in sex scenes, illustrated sex scenes, people. Jesus Christ. I gotta put that out there for you guys. She wasn't doing that. She didn't reach towards that. And she had a guy who had the money and the influence to get her in the front of talent people to take classes or whatever to get her in that industry. But that's not the route that she took. She still took a rather mediocre route. Even with her Food Network thing, she only did one solitary episode, but then she did like 13 or 2 seasons of episodes. There are 13 episodes, 2 seasons together of her own ish. So not really. Here's the funny part about it. Even throughout all her freaking episodes, not everyone, but throughout her episodes, basically he was in it. So no, I'm sorry. Like, your notoriety and everything that you got, it was really off his name. I don't understand what's this whole spousal competition thing. I never see that really working out in the end. I don't see it.
Go! A ring and a ring and a ring and a necklace and a bracelet, and I'm guessing designer clothes and expensive makeup. After college and internship, working for years, and even then it would wipe out all of your savings. So right away we see the lack of gratitude, but
and there's a big difference between men and women in that way. Where she says, "I thought I was going to be a career woman," and that's it. I've never heard a man say, "I want to be a career man," and that's it.
Yeah.
We recognize our career as a necessity.
Exactly.
That's like a given. That's not like a thing that we're like, we want to be a career man. I'm going to focus on my. It's like no.
Well, no. No. There are some men, if not, I want to say, personally speaking, I want to say a little more than half, that will say that they want to be career men because they just understand that having money will just put them in a better position. I'm not talking about wife, children, anything. Just having money will put you in a better position so that you don't sit on the. No, I don't know any guy. I'm just already lied there. I'm being a little hyperbolic. I don't know many men who want to be sitting on the poverty line. Most men, I would even say like myself, want to be in a position where they can at least beat out the rate of inflation. That should be enough. They don't need to be the richest. They don't need to be the tippity top guy, but they need to be in a position, or rather they want to be in a position where they know if an unexpected bill came, they're good. If an unexpected tragedy happened, if they found out their mom died, if they found out their brother went broke, if they found out that there's some chick knock on your door and say, I got little Sabrina here saying, and this is yours, like, he's good. He's good. I think that's most guys. They want to be in that position. I'm not saying top of the fucking CEO of a company. I'm not saying all that, acquisitions position, like, but just want to know that they're not drowned. They're not living paycheck to paycheck. I think that's the majority, not all. The fact that I got to do that, it really grinds my gears. But the majority want to be in a position where they don't have to worry about that. That's all. It's not a really a masculine thing. I think that's most people. Most people don't want to be poor and destitute. Now, there are some people that we know who pride themselves in being poor, themselves in being in the mud, not getting out, but being in the mud. We're not talking about those people.
I need to have a career so I can have what I want, which is a family.
Well, here, let's go to this first clip. You're about to see why there's 3 times the downvotes, and no doubt Mrs. Daddy will say it's due to sexism. Aisha, herself, and Alex talk about the struggle of being a mom and wanting a career.
I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself.
Pause.
Now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you do need to get your shit together. And I'll tell you what it looks like. Finding out that little girl's goals. That's now your priority. Just like your man is esteeming you first, you now put the children first. It's not about you. When the kids are up and they're out of the house, sure, you can go back.
Yeah, I have to agree with this one when it comes to Stephen Newton. At the same time, I'm gonna tell you what I've heard plenty of other women. I'm not talking about the internet, I'm talking about my own real life as well. Well, it's not fair that I have to be stuck at home with the kid and he gets to go out there and build and live his dream. Those are the words that I've heard. And I go, well, you should have thought about that before you had a bun in the oven. Because the only way that this could have changed is if he was the one that was able to carry. But that's not the position that he or you were in. I'm not saying boo-hoo for you, but at the same time, you kind of knew what position you were in. That's it.
We used to do this differently, where women used to have children during their fertile years, and then they would go and work when the kids were out of the house. It was it was sort of a natural transition. Now it's like, oh, I got to decide between.
And plenty of women still work, or stay-at-home wives like to build side businesses, or either help their husbands or whatever, or do things in the quiet or whatever. You can do that. Like in fact, she did that. She had a whole cooking thing going on, and I said it like I said it on Sunday. Like, we're not gonna. Some of us are gonna pretend, but you got picked up by network TVs that you said reached out to you. You didn't reach out to them. Reached out to you about a whole big thing, but there was no prior shit of you getting it out the mud, like say like Rachel Ray. Like Rachel Ray, when she was touring around, and not touring around, but when she was visiting shops and eating food, and she was nice and thick. Rachel Ray looked good back in the day. She was nice and thick, and she was eating at all these places and tell you all these good places to eat. And then she got picked up by network television, and she had her own show, and then she decided she wanted to slim down. But anyway, like, you didn't have that same big break. You were already there. People were already hailing you as being the good wife and everything, and you still didn't make it through network television. That's no one else's fault. That's no one else's fault. You can't blame that on Steph. He's on tour. He's shooting jumpers. You supposed to be the good wife, and you supposed to be the next cute black Martha Stewart, and you still let that shit drop. So what happened? You're not gonna put that on him. You're not gonna put that on him. So what happened? Just saying. A little bit of introspection might help people.
In this and this. Hold on a second. We've heard for so long that being a mom is the hardest job in the world. That's not true. It's a very important job. It's a very important job. I wouldn't say it's the hardest job in the world. It's difficult, not the hardest in the world. I've seen, Alaskan ice truckers.
Yeah, it is difficult.
It is difficult.
Don't take anything away from that.
I will take it away from women. It's difficult. It's not the hardest.
No.
But if it is, and we agree an important job, then treat it like a job. Not something that is in diametric opposition to the job you really want. And by the way, that's a luxury.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to give a little bit of credence, because I know most of the men who I know who are definitely with somebody. Damn, that's crazy. Most of the guys who I know are not single. They actually are with somebody. I know a few guys who are single, but most of the guys who I know are with somebody. If you don't know what it's like to have to clean all day, I'm not talking about I'm just gonna clean this room. Tomorrow I'll take care of the bathroom, take care of the kitchen that next day or whatever. Or you just do a spur of the moment. I'm talking about when you have a planned day. I know this. Weekends, mom, wake your ass up. What happened, huh? It's Saturday cartoons? No. Do I gotta walk the dog? Well, yeah, you gotta walk the dog too, but that's not the reason. The reason is because we have to clean today. And you're cleaning the living rooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen, raking the fucking yard, cleaning out the patio, cleaning out the inside of a mailbox. Yes, you gotta clean out the inside of a mailbox too. All that bullshit, mowing the grass, raking that shit up, cleaning out the grill. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a long ass day. It is a lot. So I could tell you that being at least, not that I've ever been a stay-at-home husband, but being a stay-at-home wife, I'm gonna say at least it's busy because it's tiring because you have to be there every day. You have to do shit. But when I think of like Aisha, your Curry's got a lot of money. Like your man's making millions, hand over fist. You could have a housekeeper if you wanted to. And if you decide to do this shit yourself, I'm not gonna say that's not it's a belittling job. It's not. Keeping a house or home is a big thing. Jesus Christ. And I imagine it should be a little easier, not just repetition, but because of the fact that you don't have to clean as much because you already cleaned it the day before. I'm just saying.
Of a woman married to a man with hundreds of millions of dollars, because most women don't get to work the job they really, really, really want. And they would love to be able to be home and love on that miracle of life that you created. But let's continue like we're not all going to get irritated.
For myself now.
What was the hardest part of being a young mom?
I think my identity. So
what a privilege.
Because I had
that's the biggest
such an
struggle.
Entrepreneurial spirit, not being able to call the shots all the time for myself was freaking weird.
Women can experience this like
so you think that at an internship or entry-level job, which is where you would be if not married to Steph Curry, you'd be calling the shots in the office place?
I'm happy he said it.
Bet you'd be getting coffees. Continue.
I think her career driven. I think she wanted to be an actor. I think it was.
She wanted to be an actress.
She's an arts family.
So
I might be getting that wrong, but I believe yeah, she's not writing the words and she's not directing it.
All right.
It's also very hard to make it.
I feel like maybe my intensity doesn't. You'll see why.
Mom guilt of like, if I have a career and I'm not home, like, did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. Like
Always
for
in
me,
therapy,
being
folks.
married and like with my husband,
Right.
if you lose all of those,
You're supposed to graduate therapy. You're supposed to graduate. Let me say this again. You're supposed to the same way you're supposed to graduate elementary school. You're supposed to graduate preschool. You're supposed to graduate high school. You're supposed to graduate therapy. You're not supposed to be in therapy forever. What the hell is going on here? What? And I have to ask, just because I don't know because I'm not that rich. I'm not rich at all. But what are the many woes that you need to go through outside of you giving birth to kids? I mean, how heavy your hand is because of that ring? How many opportunities come to you because of your husband? What exactly is the woe? While you sit there on a nice pink, by the way, plushie, it looks like a very, very soft couch. Very soft couch. Still, I used to, even though I have this, I sold it back. I returned it back. Had an SM7B. I don't have it. I went back to what was more comfortable for me. The SM7B just felt like a little too much for me at the time. Still can't afford it right now because I did and I returned it because I just get something a little half cheaper. But anyway, that is not the point. The fact that you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, lady. And you're talking about what? Therapy for how long? Do you know how you guys, you regular people, if you don't know what it's like to have a therapist, listen, I had a therapist, I've had a psychologist, I've had a counselor, all in 1 year period. Imagine that shit, folks. I had a counselor, I had a therapist, and I had a psychiatrist all in 1 year period. Like, I was gonna go postal in high school. And I was just like, I was nonchalant as a motherfucker. I was like, yeah, it's all good. They were wondering what the fuck was up with me because my mom's gonna hear more about me because she watched my podcast. I was a badass. I was a badass, but I was a smart ass. Hey, but the smart ass part, she's not gonna be surprised about. But I was a badass. She knows this. She knows I was a smart ass because she raised me. So I was a badass. Like, I got into so much shit in high school, but my grades were so good, I was practically untouchable. Practically. Let's just say it this way. I never had to worry about anyone calling and leaving messages on the mailbox. But I constantly found myself in the dean's office and having to stay after class. Let's just put it that way. There's a whole chronicle of shit behind that. I've said some of it before. Mostly I don't pay attention because you have short memories like fucking goldfish. But maybe we can go through that another time. I've gotten into a lot of shit. Mostly by the grace, I guess if you want to say, of God, that most people don't have to worry about it. But it is what it is. But to say that she's had to go through all this psychotherapy. You've been with the same guy since like 15. You got the jackpot on saying, I know a motherfucker. And I know his daddy, and I know his mama, and he know my mama, and he know my daddy. What are you traumatized over? You hit the lotto early. In fact, you hit the lotto the moment you started dating him because he was already Del Curry's son.
Things that were interesting about you.
Vagina.
Even for yourself. Like, even the things that made me feel confident and cool. Then what, like, what are you doing?
You don't have to be, as
Pause.
women, we're always.
So she met Steph Curry when she was a teenager.
Yes.
What things that made you supremely interesting to other adults? You know, these qualities that you had when you were 19, did you lose? What qualities could have possibly existed? I'm assuming you were pretty, and you were hopefully nice,
She was.
Probably funny, charismatic in some way.
and that's why I chose you. You can maintain those things.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've gone over this with your very expensive therapist.
told, like,
Very expensive.
or at least it feels like people just try to have us be one-dimensional, and you can do more. Not that it's easy,
No.
but it's an option.
It's an option. Like I say all the time,
Must be
I'm
nice to have
like-
an option.
when men
Right.
do it, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so multifaceted! Wow,
So
like, you're-
talented.
What a renaissance man!" And I'm like, "What? Why can't women do the same thing? Like, what is
They
what is
can.
giving you the ick so bad?
You could be an
that
11-time
you feel
All-Star.
Like I can't
Wait,
and do other things too?
Separate things. Be good.
Who told you that you can't, though? This is what the point I made earlier. Even when you hit the lotto, even after your first kid, you have enough money for a housekeeper. If you have grandparents, God forbid you want to throw it on them, they doing it all day, but those guys' own shit to worry about, whatever. And then you said you want to be this actress, boss babe, and you didn't even pursue it. And you already have millions to invest into it. Whose fault is that? Imagine this, folks. I'm going to talk to you guys. You guys here in the chat. You guys who are watching on the replay. You have millions of dollars to invest in the thing that you really want to do it yourself. Think of whatever that thing is. I hit my mic. Think about that thing that you want to do as a little kid. To me, I didn't really have any dreams. I'm going to be honest with you. But like, I wanted to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I wanted to be a thought. I'm sorry. I didn't even know that was one of your dreams. Sorry. But you can invest in even being that with millions of dollars behind your back. Behind your back, on your back. But you have millions of dollars to invest in nonetheless. What stopped her from being these things? What stopped her from having from getting to becoming a B actress? Let's be honest, because you weren't gonna be box office. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. C, B actress. I don't see you being. You don't have. I'm sorry, Aisha. I don't see you with the charisma of being. Here's the truth of the matter. I'm gonna be honest with you, Aisha. You have less charisma than Jada. And I know that it hurts to say that. You have less charisma than Jada. You being a big time actress was not in the cards. And you should be grateful of your lucky stars that you landed the man that you did.
good at them, or at least try to. Like what? Like what is the problem?
It is really frustrating. And then I
Pause.
think, thankfully, I feel like
Oh, sorry. Is there only a little bit left of the clip? Play it.
Yeah.
there's just been an uptick of people being like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do it. Even if it pisses all of you off so much and it makes you uncomfortable to see a woman succeeding.
What?
Deal with that on your own side, because I'm going to keep pushing.
Yeah. Well, just replace all the people getting pissed off with children being sad.
Yes.
Because their mom's not home.
Yeah.
First off,
I'm not even worried about that part. I know Steven's leading hard on the whole being a mom thing. I just want to find out what's the crazy ish that she said. All right, I want to know what she said, because I didn't even get this far with OG.
Wife.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him.
Does anyone know what Becky's history over here is? Because outside of starting this podcast, I don't know who she is. Does anyone know what her background is? Like, is she some kind of like celeb? Was she a singer, songwriter? Was she known for getting her back roaded? Was she a TikToker? Like, what was she? Who is this chick? Who's this chick that started this podcast? Can any of y'all tell me who this chick is? I don't know who she is. I'm sorry, I didn't expect to be doing a documentary. This is not my field of study. I didn't expect to be doing deep dive to figure out who she is. I already have a problem with them. This is a personal gripe. I already have a problem with women that just wear clothes that are like 3 times bigger than them. I'm a form-fitting kind of person. Women, men, wear shit that you actually fit in. I don't like seeing shit bags, a fucking hefty fucking garbage bag all over you. Who is she? The same thing I have to say about the hot tour girl. Who the fuck are you? But you're up here giving your opinion about who are you exactly? What exactly is your background? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about, this whole experience that she got with a potato sack on her. That's just personal opinion. Some of you guys might think, I don't know what you talking about, Resla. She fine as hell. I take that down. Hell, the white blonde women.
Like your shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it?
He's so gracious. Like he tries
I saw this part.
to resonate with me, but he just can't.
Oh,
I think because he's like known for shooting threes, people will say something all the time like, oh, he shoots threes on and off the court. And I'm
Wait, you heard this about Trump? Not even about Trump. Of this Steph's wives? Heard about this tramp? Damn, that's crazy. Called her a tramp? Didn't you know she was like the golden wife? You know, the same way like Jada was for some time. You know, used to like Will and like Jada. Then it became like Steph and Aisha. You know, now she's a tramp? God damn, you have been demoted. Light skin, red bone, you have been demoted to tramp. According to due diligence, you have been demoted to tramp. That is one rung just above whore. One rung above. Just want to let you know that, Aisha, you're that close from being a hot pocket. Get it together. According to due diligence, that's what he said.
like, come on.
Well, first of all,
that's funny, actually.
3 plus like a million. Like you were like so f***ing stunning and gorgeous.
Thank you,
Like
sweet.
I don't need to say
here's
that
a
to you, but
sisterhood.
I have to say it because it's also like the people that are writing it
And
are
you look
probably
like Janice
threes,
from
but
the
not you. But also I feel like it's funny to see any athlete's wife. Everyone just first goes for their looks and they compare
so
it. It's
strange.
crazy.
Shut
It's
up,
so
silly
strange.
woman.
That
It's not
online
strange. It makes sense.
conversation
They're
is so
shallow, terrible
tired
people.
like immediately just judging a wife of
Okay.
like a man that is well known and famous. Doesn't even have to be sports. It can be entertainment, actors, whatever it be. It's always
Yeah.
at the looks, and it's like, aren't we tired?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Well, hold on. A couple of things here. The reason they go after looks is because it's the only thing that you bring to the table. No one knows anything else about you outside of the fact that you inserted yourself publicly with a bunch of selfies. And that's, by the way, par for the course for a wants to be actress / influencer. But think about this for a second. Like someone might say your shot sucks, but they don't know what it's like to get looks. You ever heard of a stare down in sports? Like, do you know what a face off is? Not only does this guy have cocky ball players probably telling him, by the way, I just nailed your bitch like I nailed your 3-pointer, rejected, whatever. Guarantee this thing the most horrible things you could possibly imagine on the court.
Ladies, y'all gotta stop with the here's the funny part, folks. I always find it very, very interesting. I have more women in my chat, subscribe to me, in my comment section, who aren't even haters of men. I feel warm and fuzzy inside when I think about that. At least they're not haters of me. They love some wrestler. There might be haters of men, but they love some wrestler. Anyway, so the point being is that, ladies, you should not be bigging up your girlfriends. You should be telling them the truth. No more coddling. No more telling your friends that they're 10s. No more telling the ugly ducklings that they're cute when you know they have duck lips and they're not even trying. You need to be honest with your friends. What happened to the point of being humble in this world? Some people need to be humble because, quite frankly, you gave them way too much confidence. At least there were people who knew their place. But when we came, not me, because I don't get that same semblance. When you get that whole body positivity, somehow it gave you a blank check to say, no one can check me. I can say, I can be, I can do whatever I need to, and I can say I am beautiful while no one is looking for me. There aren't guys who can do that. I say this before, and I said this again, and I will say it right now. You get what you qualify for. You get what you, in fact, qualify for. Which means that you have to have a very good understanding of where you are in the pecking order. Now, you might be able to land something just above, but to think that you're not even close to Kobe beef, you're not even a New York strip, you're not even a filet, but to think that you deserve Wagyu, we need to stop this. And I can already hear, Master, how could you dare do that? Hey. In some people's eyes, your boy's a filet. But to me, I don't see myself as a filet. I've always been a New York strip. I am for some. I am not for everyone. I even see myself sometimes when I want to get cleaned up and I want to put on a nice little cologne and I want to get really dressed up. I even see myself as a good prime rib, a good ribeye, a good brisket. But I don't see myself chasing after Wagyu. Because even I know Wagyu is not as popping as you think it is. Some of y'all really, really should stop. Stop smoking the hay.
And giving him looks. But this one's like, but man, my husband in All-Star doesn't know what it's like to get the scrutiny of bad looks. Hey, maybe just take the lens off of yourself for a second. And maybe think, and this I genuinely mean as sympathetically as I can.
You know what? No, we supposed to lift each other up. Fuck you. Filet of fish. That's disrespectful. You know what? No, I can't even take that. I was about to diss myself. No, that was crazy. That was crazy. Never. That was wholehearted. That was disgusting. No, never. How dare you? Fast food too? Oh, yeah, god damn. I ain't even got the words.
That guy probably gets a whole lot more than looks, is beat up from the world when he comes back. He is a walking fishbowl. He is a magnet for criticism. He can't make any mistake because his opponents and the media are waiting for it. And when he comes home, probably needs someone who's understanding instead of someone who's willing to tell him that he doesn't know how hard it's been to have the maids in the house give you a little lip.
Not to mention, every time somebody says, "Oh, something silly," is like, "Oh, you shoot 3 on the court and off the court." You don't think that hurts his feelings?
Right.
Damn it, it was
I mean,
funny.
he gets over it.
It really got me.
It's fine. But it's like it hurts his feelings.
Of course.
Basketball players probably get the most trash talk to them than any other sport.
By far.
Maybe
Yeah,
besides
guess
hockey.
why?
Because of the same reason
hockey
they're
trash
on the
talks.
court and fans are on the court. Like literally, they're sitting right next to them or right behind them. They're
Yeah, he's not lying. Hockey talks a lot of ish. Football talk ish, but you're so far away you don't really hear anything. Basketball talks a lot of ish. Soccer, soccer talks a lot of ish. Soccer and baseball because of the fans, not necessarily the players, but the fans get on your ass because you could be worried that you're not gonna make it home.
in spitting distances. Players have been spit on. They've had things thrown at them. It's all that the fights occur.
Ron
between
Artest went up into the stands.
Well, he went
That's
in.
so
It was
sad.
on him. But what a great fight that was.
Yeah, he hit the wrong guy though.
But yeah, he's lost either 1 or 2 NBA Finals championships.
I think he
And
understands scrutiny.
Nationally broadcast failure.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on.
Where did he go wrong? Where did Steph Curry fail? With Draymond Green, all these other people. Yeah, there's other players too. But where did? Oh, look
Steph
at
Curry.
Steph.
Great question. Where did Steph fail? I see. I can already tell right now. If John the Baptist was up here, he would say because he didn't reach back to his 1960s, 1950s principles, and the Lord Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints didn't bless him with the knowledge to be able to say that his wife was a 304 when he met her at fucking 15. For me, I'm gonna just say he's got husband goggles. He cannot see his wife being a harlot because she's always been that way, and he still sees her as a young girl that he met. That's the only clemency I can give him. At some point, even if he makes a stern decision and say this is not really working out, his image will not allow him to make a decision that will put him in a negative light. And this is the point that I was making beforehand. I don't know why the guys are thinking like he's going serve them papers up. He's not going to serve the papers up. And I get it. He's not saying much. So you look at it. He's complicit. He's supporting her, even though she's saying it. We haven't necessarily heard him say, I support her for dogging me. But what can he do? If he divorces her, he's wrong. If he checks her publicly, he's wrong. He has to wait for her to make the decisions. And unfortunately, that is the position that he is in. He has to wait for her to leave. If he does it, he's wrong. If she leaves him, he's wrong. If she cheats, he's wrong. At least to the women. The guys already know better. Because even to the guys, we look at him and we go, yo, we can't find no dirt on you. You're better than what we think. We haven't the groupies. We haven't heard no Steph being around no groupies, no nothing. He could have hoes around. His game is so immaculate. We don't fucking know. We seen football players, basketball players running through hotel rooms with naked hoes chasing them down the fucking hallways. He is on point with his shit. If he did anything, Nobody knows. His game is on point. And I don't even think he does so because he's got husband goggles. And again, I'm not even saying it's a bad thing because his wife is not bad looking. I can get why he'd be like, why am I gonna fuck these hoes? My wife is good. She's good looking. I get it. I get it. Why am I gonna go fuck some dusty little dink that could try to take me for whatever if an incident happens when my wife is good? I got obviously my wife is good. I keep trying to put babies in her. We got 4. I'm thinking about a 5th. I'm thinking about shooting another 3. Right in that box. I'm not mad at him. Because here's the truth of the matter. If she leaves, he could say, I did all I could. You see, I was a good boy. I was a good boy. I was a golden boy. But if he leaves her, he's signing. This is what he's doing. He's signing a contract to the men in the world. He's signing a contract saying, yo, you can go hit that. We not even gonna make up. He can't even say like, we gonna separate, find some space, and then come back. We gonna come back stronger for the kids or whatever, because we only know each other. If he divorces her, he's literally signing a contract saying, feel free to go nut on my chick. I know it sounds nasty. But he would literally be signing away that there's no way in hell he would ever be getting back with her. That's not in his best interest. Not saying he's a sim, not saying any of the other talking points that you guys want to come up with. None of that. It's just not in his best interest to do so. His image is tailored to everything he does. Like a great CEO, you have to protect your image. You have to. There's no getting around it.
I've missed this 3-pointer that could have tied the game.
His job and your lifestyle depend on that scrutiny.
Yeah, but page 6 said my eyes look puffy.
No,
And
it
I
wasn't
get it.
even
And
that,
I
it
get
was
her
a look.
scrutiny, by the way. I get her being upset about the scrutiny. We're doing it now.
Sure.
But I get it. It
We're
sucks.
doing it because she put herself
No, I
on
know.
a podcast.
I know.
That's the thing. It's like these.
I know.
Steph
deserves it.
Curry accepted he's a professional athlete, right?
Yes.
It sucks, but he accepts it. She decided to go out on a podcast to build her.
You want the link? You want the link? Wait, Jesus Christ! I'm trying to refrain from doing this, but you know what? This is for due diligence. Lord knows I got to delete a couple of apps because I'm sitting here working on content shit. But I'm gonna delete a couple of apps. I'm gonna make a little space. You said don't do it. No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drop a lid. I'm gonna cut off a couple of things. This is for due diligence. If you're someone who is not due diligence, you are not getting up here. This is his link. And I don't know how he's gonna do it because he said he was driving. What's up?
What it do, Rez?
I mean, it is what it is.
Already, I'm on the highway, so I might be a little loud. Whatever I'm not talking, I'll mute out. But yeah, man, I've been hearing a little bit about the. Do I sound horrible right now?
I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning a lot about this. I haven't really been on social media. I'm still trying to pick it all up. But I'm just like the hypocrisy of how some people move it. Like my thing, at least has been for the last 2 weeks, has been about gratitude, and it seems like people don't have it.
No, for sure. People are definitely ungrateful, especially in the like the current clip you're playing about Steph's wife. How can you have one of the best players of all time and be all over the internet talking down on him? Like, you talk about ungrateful.
and this is the point that I was making on the DVD. The same way how he has wife goggles, she has husband goggles. When he looks at her, he thinks of the nice, cute girl that he met way back when he's 15. He still sees her the most beautiful girl in the world. When she was that young and she heard his aspirations, because she said, according to her, he only saw himself aspiring to be a coach. We don't know if it's a coach at college. We don't know if it's a coach for high school. He was a kid, though. She didn't see this man who was going to become this thing. And for some reason, she's still dumbfounded the fact that he became this thing. But she only saw him as being a head coach in her mind, because she said it on this podcast. She thought she was going to be the boss babe, basically taking care of both of them. All these years later, and she's still dumbfounded. She is still surprised that she's not the boss bitch and she's living off of his fame. She's got husband goggles. She still thinks that he's not supposed to be shit and she's supposed to be the one on top.
Out of all the things that you could complain about, right? She was looking forward to being a career woman and working hard and making a lot of money. Now you don't have to. You got all the perks and you don't have to do the work and you still being ungrateful. Like, you are essentially a millionaire and didn't have to work for it. All you had to do was pop out babies. What do you have to complain about? It's just ridiculous, bro.
Oh, shout out to Nightish. Nightish just came through. What's going on, man? Thank you for it. I believe my Nightish just came through. I believe he just came through with the raid. Appreciate you, my guy. But here's my thing. And this is what I said even earlier. She had the resources. She wasn't talking about being a cooking star or whatever. She wanted to be an actress. She wanted to be Hollywood. And she still didn't take the opportunity to do so. She still didn't do it.
Man, I just think that it's sad that you could have, 10 million in the bank account and still be complaining about what you could have been and should have been and all that. Boy, ain't nobody talking to you. My son is in the back chopping it up with you too, Rez. He said, "What up? You got 10 months."
10 months?
Yeah. He want to talk now that I'm talking. He ain't said nothing the whole way. You know what I'm saying? But on another note, though, Rez, I'll say this. I think the way she talking, I think she ready to cash out. Like, that's what it sounds like. I think she trying to push him away so he will do something stupid so she can divorce him, just take half the money and do whatever the else you want to do anyway.
She would have to be the one to do so. But I said this point also. People who build networks and family together, and maybe you have to look at it as a more of a generational kind of thing. You can be with each other and not with each other. That's why we call it separation, right? But you don't get divorced because there's money involved. It's only this generation that believes that you could get divorced and you're going to walk away with millions. But if you don't know how to manage money, you are SOL and JWF. You are shit out of luck and jolly well fucked. Because even in that podcast where she talked about, she said, who's the one that spends crazy? She said it was her. She said, what's the craziest thing that you basically spend your money on? She said, my ring. And you see that shit hanging on her fucking finger.
Sad. And the way that she's talking though, you say that she has to be the one to do it. I think she's trying to push him to do it. I agree with you.
He's got plenty of people around him that says don't do it because it'll only make him look bad.
No, I agree.
He would have to have a Megan Good walk up on him for him to leave.
Yeah, I don't think Steph is the type either. But if your wife is out there in the world essentially telling the world that y'all don't want to be together, like she's trying to force the issue. You know what I'm saying? So like you know how women are manipulative.
Keep in mind, he's a great example right now. She has to force it. Hey, what happened to all that bullshit that Jada's been saying for years? Did you hear about Will divorcing yet? Because at the end of the day, that was the woman he wanted.
Because at the end of the day, it's cheaper to keep her. See.
You said it.
See.
But I also said this, and if she does this, she's a fucking moron. Which, based on all the shit she's been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, 3 to 4 years actually, I take her as being a moron. But if you leave Steph, do you really think your life's gonna get better? It's only gonna be on the downfall. This is the part of the reason why Jada won't leave. Because without Will, without him and his superstardom, and him still making movies or whatever, you fucked on your own. It's only gonna be a depreciation.
You don't think she'll get none of that money if they was a divorce?
She'll get money, but she'll only be
Yes.
poorer by the day. The same thing for Mackenzie Bezos. You don't hear about her building shit up. She's losing money by the day.
Yeah.
By the day, by the hour. And here's the thing. Because she's already grown up in a celebrity family, fuck just Steph. Like I said, he's Del Curry's son. And then he became something as well. She's not known a day of not having.
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
And she's gonna say, like, he wanted to be a head coach when he met you. Well, guess what? Even if he leaves the league, which is no time soon, he can still be a head coach and make a shit ton of money. He can be like O'Shea and start a whole fucking podcast, and people are gonna show up because why? He's Steph fucking Curry.
So let me ask you this. So, and this is just a scenario. This is just straight off the top. I'm just pulling it out the air. So what if, because I believe that they are like high school sweethearts, right? So what if she got with him, or they got with each other per se, or whatever, and then, people grow out of love. There's rarely people that stay together from when they in high school. And then also, what if this guy has got like a small D, like she grow up, now she's grown, she love this dude, but maybe he can't satisfy her. Maybe Steph is not like a man. Maybe he's a high school boyfriend, but he's not like a man.
He's not. I'm not. Here's what I'm not gonna do to him. I'm not gonna say he's not a man. Because if the D was all you needed to be a man, she would have been out the door a long time ago.
No, those are two separate. I was trying to explain to you.
No, he's saying he took care of his family. He showed obligation. He showed loyalty. He showed support. It's not like he was just like this. He was like what we hear from these other women, because I've been the guy on the outside of those relationships too. The guy who makes a shit ton of money, but he's traveling all the time. But she's living a good life, but he's traveling all the time. She's not really there. Steph has also been there. He supports his woman. He paid for her venture. She's gotten shit because of his name. She's got a supportive family. Like his dad and her mom says that they love her. Like, there's none of that. It's not like, well, you're never here. When he's there, you see him. He's all booed up with her and shit. It'd be like, really? Okay, this is the one that he wanted, and he's happy to this day that he got it.
But let me make the point though, Rez, and I'm not making it. This is not me making an accusation. I'm just trying to throw out scenarios, right?
No,
I don't know if he is or not.
I'm playing with you.
But like, let's just say that, being that they got together since high school. Whenever I say he's not a man, I wasn't talking about because the D. I'm talking about these are two situations. Maybe they grew up and she found out that, hey, he still got a high school D. Or they grow up and Steph is not the man that she thought. He's still, I don't want to say immature, but not, not the man, not necessarily a leader. Like, he's a good provider. Are these good enough reasons to leave somebody? Because, like, for me, let me say one more thing. Like, for me, so I have been with a woman whose box wasn't great, but she had a great personality, but I couldn't see myself with her just because the box was horrible. Also, I've been with women who aren't women, or girls who aren't women, and I couldn't be with them, even though they're beautiful, and what have you, but they just have a childish personality. Are
Funny
these
thing that
good
you say
enough
that.
reasons to
No,
reach a
funny thing
spouse?
that you say that because I know men. I have even been one of those men at one time that I have been with a woman who does a lot for me, takes care of a lot of things that I won't take care of, and not for nothing doesn't mean the sex was great. Her spirit, what she's done, all the different stuff, like it has been something that I can tell you that she's been into me. I've had women like that. That has that been enough for me to leave? No. Eventually, they come to their point where they're just like, I need to go because I feel like I could do better, and then they find out they don't do better. Which is why I have a track record, me at least. I have a track record of saying that I haven't ran across a woman that I haven't made them better than when I left when I found them. Because generally I do my part, and then when they leave and they go to the next guy, they're like, everything I learned from him. Now those guys are probably not happy, but that's not my problem. Now the problem and the part I'm going to address when it comes to what you're saying about Aisha, right, is that might be the case even if he had a little D or whatever the case may be, or she never found him really as masculine or whatever. Here's my thing: you've had since the age of 15, you've had plenty of opportunities to leave. You are 4 kids in, you are like 13 or 15 years married. You've had plenty of opportunities. We don't care. We're going to do the Stephen A. Smith. We don't care. You had too many windows, too many doors to walk through, too many times to walk away, too many times to have your whole moment. We don't care. Oh, I'm a late bloomer. Well, you late to this bud too. That's the way I look at it.
No, agreed. And my thing is, let's say these things that we're saying are true. The fact that you coming on social media and like airing out your laundry, not even y'all's laundry, can't say nothing really bad about the dude. All you can do is like speak down on him because of what you would have did and acting like he's hindering you. I just think it's that more bad because
think about it this way. I'm gonna put it this way. Think about it, dude. When she says things that sounds negative about Steph, how many have you, or think about even you and your guys, have you guys ever listened to her when she said something and you thought to yourself, yeah, I could see that Steph ain't shit? Never happened.
never in life.
No one thinks that Steph is like that. No one thinks that.
Nah, Steph is a good dude, you can tell.
We believe that Steph is so much of a good dude the same way how we believe that Michael Jackson has never beat up some pussy. Ain't no one ever believed that Michael was knocking down some real hard shit. Never.
We don't even believe them kids is his.
There you go. So we don't believe that Steph is a bad guy. That would be the biggest okey doke that we've ever experienced.
And I think that's how she's trying to portray him, but she can't do that because he ain't got no bad track record. You know what I'm saying? At all. He don't got no record. But bitch, you put it out there like he holding you back. Bitch, you might be holding him back. What you mean?
That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. If you leave, if you leave, it's a wrap. You gonna see him. He gonna take off. He gonna take off. It's gonna be a wrap. You gonna wish you hung on to him. You gonna be trying to clench the nut hairs when he takes off. And I can already hear it. I already got the back of my mic. Already hear the black woman talking, he gonna get onto a white girl. Well, he already has some like little light skin for so long. Why not? I ain't gonna be mad. Either way, he gonna take the fuck off, and he's only gonna get better. He might even not even do that freaking coach shit like she said. He might go straight into the Shaq mode, straight into the fucking the Shannon mode. He might do ESPN. He might become a commentator, and you know people are gonna watch.
Steph ain't got to do nothing else for the rest of his life. He's set. Steph ain't got to do shit if he don't want to. I'm sure he got businesses too.
He's a worker. I don't see him just chilling. He's a worker.
No, for sure.
I think he does that because he always wants to make sure he proves something to his dad. He's a worker.
I mean, I think you're right, and he has proved everything that he needed to prove. Like Steph Curry is one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter of all time.
In the league, yes.
Yeah, of all time, if you ask me. But like, yeah, man, how scandalous can you be? You know what I mean? To go out there, like how much, and I think you made an accurate comparison too with the Will and Jada and the Steph and Aisha. That is a valid comparison because like Will, he don't have nothing on his name either. But you get these, I don't know if you want to call them bitter women or what, so they just want to just go out there and just talk negative of their husband in public. Now, if you do it to your girlfriend or whatever, that's one thing. But to get online and just to start going, it's just tacky. Like, how much tact do you have? Like,
I mean, prior to the slap, if anyone has said, do you think that Will Smith got some real? People said some real. They tried some real shady shit, but no one can prove it. When you think of box office black people, you think of very few people in that you might go far back. You might say it's Sidney Poitier, but then you go Denzel, and then you go Will Smith. You don't get around that. Great success. And then you only have the Jezebel be the one to fuck it up. If there were any skeleton, this motherfucker could have been just as bad as Diddy. Nobody would have known if it wasn't for the woman. And the sad part about it is that if Denzel's wife came out and said he's the worst thing in the world, we not gonna believe it.
Fuck no.
We not gonna believe it. We not gonna believe it. He did too much inspirational shit. We not gonna believe it.
I'm asking.
It took a long time before people believed Cosby.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Damn.
I'm just saying. It took a while.
One of the most wholesome commercial is people. Like, they brought him down.
Like, I don't think, not Bill. Not Bill. And I was like,
if they
yeah,
Bill
fucked up. I can't
everybody
believe it. I was surprised.
Yeah, we all targets if they got Bill.
I was shocked as shit. I was calling my mom. I was like, you see this?
They got Bill, mama.
Well, we both watched the Cosby Show. The fuck?
You talking about the?
I didn't think that.
Hey, peace. I gotta get it
So
later, Rick.
So if somebody told me that Denzel was out there really fucking hacking people up or involved in part, I'm like, nah.
My service about to get choppy. I'll talk to you later.
I do not see it. I just don't see it, folks. So no, I wouldn't be with that. I would not believe it whatsoever. I'd just be like, it is what it is. No, until we prove it, it's not a thing. Jordan is different. I could see Jordan doing some weird shit. Hey, praise to Kobe. I still saw Kobe doing some weird shit. Because ball players of all people, whether basketball, football, has some kind of stigma going on. You could have told me Warren fucking Sapp. You could have told me Warren fucking Sapp. I still would have believed he probably did some shit on the side. But Steph Curry, he's the golden boy. I don't know what to say. I want to find out. I just can't find it. But she out here putting it. She putting all his shit out as if she got the tea, but she hasn't proved shit. She's only done things to hurt herself. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting if she has a silver bullet. But so far, all I see is conjecture. Jealousy. That's the only things that I'm seeing from her. And I think it's sad. I think it's really, really sad. Listen, I still haven't heard anything that has sold me on anything that she's done. Nothing that she's done. You know what? You know, at this point, you guys tell me. You tell me if you guys have found something that you think has been the silver bullet that goes up against Curry. Be sure to send that shit to me. You can send that shit to me on Discord. You can send that shit to me at my email address at ReslaOpinionated. Like I like to know what is the silver bullet that you think you got that is going up against stuff, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna see if there's anything else sitting on my timeline that needs to go, because Lord knows your boy got a shit ton of tabs. I don't even know what this is. What is this? You're loading. What is this? Beyond what? Well, what is this? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna skip that. Doesn't look interesting. That looks thought provoking as well. So you probably not gonna be interested in that. That looks thought provoking as well. What is this? I don't know. It just says man has why has modern society gone wrong? All right, this is something I would probably look at. What is he about to say? He looks rather boring, but I don't know what he's gonna say.
Society gone so crazy. Well, let me try and show you.
I don't even hear him.
All right, this will be a short enough video, and thank God for that, says you. Well, this is a little thing that I saw yesterday, and sometimes in conversation it comes up, especially if I'm talking to the older generation. Believe it or not, there is an older generation than me. The question comes up, how did things go so wrong? How did modern society get so crazy, so unhinged, so nuts? And it's a very good question, because in many ways, and I think a lot of you would agree with this, our society has, Western society has just careered off the rails. And we're into all kinds of absolute nonsensical theories, nonsensical ideas, nonsensical policies, nonsensical laws. I could go on and on. But how did it get here? And I saw something yesterday, and I just thought, you know what? That encapsulates in a little clip why I believe, why a large part of the reason why Western society has just gone mad.
Not for nothing, but oh, you said slight echo. It might be. It's slight. Let me make sure it's not on my part. It could be my part. It wasn't before in the other videos, but I'll make sure. I'll put this echo cancellation. Oops, my bad. Yeah, buttons right next to each other. We'll see if that does it, but I don't know if even if I turn around and even try to defend it, the world might be a little mad, but only if you're comparing it to what the previous. I won't even say like X, because I'm a millennial. I won't even say X. If you're looking at it from pretty much boomers on, you could say that the world's gone mad, but that's just the way how the world is. The world changes all the time. The world couldn't possibly conceive all the shit that we got going on right now. Lord knows it is only one generation away, and I couldn't imagine that the girls is gonna be hoes the way that they are. Damn, makes you almost wish you didn't come up in the world that you came in today. At the same time, SC's running rampant, so make your choice.
And crazy. And I want to show it to you and see what you think. Now, I want to forewarn you. Forewarned is forearmed. There's a little bit of expletives in this. Not a lot. No, very, very little. But there is expletives in this. A bit of crude language. So if coarse language offends you,
nigga, just curse. If you want to curse, just curse. He making it sound like he just want to say the word nigga. Just get it out. Get it over with, and we can just move on with the video. Just what are you doing? What's the harshest word you're gonna say? Darn, damn, like just say what you're gonna say already.
In a major way that you might want to skip it. But I just wanted to show you this, and I wanted to give my opinion on it and see if it chimes with you, if it makes any sense to you too. So let's have a look at this little video that I saw yesterday, and this was outside an iPass protest. in the UK, and this woman was obviously on the side, the Antifa / refugees welcome side. You know the type of people. We have them here all the time at every protest and every march. There's a few of these crusties. But
pause. You have 72.2K. You should be speaking better than this. I'm barely 1,000. You should be speaking better than this. You got the fucking stuttering. You ain't getting to the point. Like, fuck are you doing? Could you get to it? I'm trying not to get mad because I like to long stroke. I don't know what you're doing. I'm half questioning, not even half questioning, because I just know the background is not real. But you're long stroking me in the process as well. At least be entertaining if you go long stroke.
have a look at this, and then I'll give you my thoughts after.
For people to understand that there are no safe and legal routes for refugees to come to this country. This is the only way they can come here. It's on a boat to pay. Yeah, they've got the whole of Europe. But, why should we put that burden on the rest of Europe?
But you not think
we still have to take responsibility for the fact that we have a lot of stakes in the conflicts and the climate crisis that causes people to be refugees and have to come.
The climate crisis is not the reason why they're refugees. Let me say this again. Peggy Sue, not gonna lie, if the catch me in the drunken night, she might have gotten it because I won't really be paying attention. I just would have looked at all the hair. But climate change is not the reason why you got refugees. Fuck shit in their countries. No good food and bad government is the reasons why they're leaving their country. It has nothing to do with climate change. Yeah, you're right, Cam. Beer goggles, she probably would have got it for the night. I'm not gonna lie. It might have been tequila that night. If it was tequila that night, yeah, she definitely would have caught a little sticky something on her glasses. Outside of that, there is no climate change that's making people leave. That's not it.
Come to another country, they're not choosing to leave their country at their home, their children, their parents.
Their fucking children, you silly cunt.
Yeah, you tell her, silly cunt.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
right, again, I apologize for the profanities there. There's a bit of a spice.
Oh, we were supposed to be offended by the word cunt? Whew. Man, y'all guys in the UK, y'all hurting. Y'all hurting if that's the word that got y'all stumped. Whew.
The ending to that clip. But I saw that clip and I just thought to myself, you know, there's a metaphor in there somewhere. And I wanted to kind of show.
The metaphor is don't be a cunt. Be stronger.
To you to make a point. And the point I want to make is this. That woman there, that young woman there in the video, she's obviously a leftist and she's out at this protest.
Hey, that just tell me you're not nasty enough. You gotta hit that bottom, and you gotta say I'ma lay it all in your cunt. You gotta hit the bottom and say I'ma lay it all in your cunt. Just do that and just watch the expression on their face. That's why you haven't used the word in the right connotation.
The refugees welcome. It's not their fault. They have to do what they're doing, and we should be benevolent and kind and virtuous. Let them all come in, and no borders. And I want the world to sing in perfect harmony and all that type of stuff. Now, the point I'm making here is that woman is obviously comfortable. She's probably led a comfortable life. She's obviously well-spoken, well-educated. She's a product, if you like, of the West, the Western success. She's a product of that. She's a comfortable, I assume, middle-class person. And she's got a whole certain view of the world and how the world is. and how people are in general. And she's probably never faced any real hardship in her life. Her idea of hardship might be when you go into Costa Coffee, you order a skinny latte, but the barista gives you an ordinary latte. That's probably a traumatic situation for that person. When she moves in circles like herself, her friends probably think the same. The people in university.
Jesus Christ, he's on 1.25. This nigga got this Blarney Stone. Yeah, I said it. He got 72.2K. He can't do better than this. You've been doing this for a while, my guy. I don't think it's luck. Now at 72.2K, can you please? Please. Is this what they do out there?
But she's probably working.
Oh my God.
I would imagine somebody like that would go into either the civil service, journalism.
How are you on my
or some form
feed?
of politics. That seems to be where that type of person goes. So all the people there would probably think similar to her. So she essentially lives in this skewed bubble that's detached from the majority of people who live in the real world and have to face real world hardships and trauma and difficult situations. She's in a lot of ways detached from that, and she only associates with people who are like her and think like her. So she assumes that everybody thinks like her, and she probably reads certain types of magazines and newspapers, and only listens to or watches certain types of TV and radio, etc. Now you imagine.
And the Irish eyes are smiling, but my black ass is not. What the hell? I cannot do it. Sorry, folks. I gotta walk away. I can't do it. I can't do it. He's killing me. He is killing me. If I had 24 hours to live, I was not gonna waste it there. I cannot do it. I'll even watch some ratchet shit at this point just to wash my ears of that bullshit that he was doing.
What?
I don't even know what he said.
I can say allegedly it's mang but wow, no, but I'm saying this because there was a joke. There was a joke. No.
I was surprised. I saw that whole comment where Ndofaya's girl is in.
You thought it was you,
music? No, what? I didn't even know who Ndofaya is at the time. Some girls literally just sleep with other guys, and that's me. That's what I'm saying.
I got no idea what this is. Wait. They're still on. They got no timestamps. I got no idea what the fuck this is about. Folks, the camera is not even mirrored. The shit is backwards. Oh, fucking amateurs. Fucking amateurs. That means his ass is actually sitting over here, and his ass is actually sitting over there. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. Get to it. How long could the intro be?
From being a crow to what now? What do you mean? You said that.
Hold up. I might need to record this because I literally said I am making. I'll put a link in for one particular person, but I got another person sitting in my freaking background. Hey, Tyron, what is it you need? What's up? What's going on?
Let's get with you.
What?
Hello?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, is your name right?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Yo, you still there? I guess not. You got to get your connection together, man. Go either leave and come back in or whatever. Well, I can't hear what the heck what you're saying.
Bro, what? And girls have it the worst, bro.
How so?
No, because now people, when they see you turned on now, they think that there's nothing there. Now, like we are.
You know what? You're
like what? Like what?
you know what? AM, you want to be a good mod? You should have deleted my comment. You should have deleted the goddamn link. You know what? I gotta do everything my damn self. Don't tell me what I should have done when you could have done it and you knew it was the best thing to do. The fuck? The fuck? You know I didn't pin it. You knew I dropped it just for you, and yet you didn't delete it. What kind of mod are you? You gotta do everything my damn self.
We are bad guests. I mean, we are bad hosts, Chief.
Why, Chief? Why do you say that?
Guys, who are you guys now?
Oh,
they don't know.
I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. If I think I can do it, you can do it. You need to go find it by the grace of God to do it. All right? All right? Go find a way to do it. If there's a will, there's a wrestler. Find a way to make it done.
Bombs and benter. Yes. Today we have something like a flamingo here. Oh. Yes, we have something like a flamingo here.
Flying flamingo.
Yeah. Tommy, tell them who you are. Tell them what you sell. No, tell them what you do.
This is not making no sense.
Yes.
So
you can see Tommy is classy.
Yes.
Bonang Mateba vibes.
Very demure.
Yes. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Yes. No, she learns from you, sweetheart.
Who learns from her?
I think we can respect
Who learns from her?
I'm hearing people. Listen, I'm hearing people from the island and everything, but they not saying shit. They literally not saying shit. It might sound like it's foreign, but it's not foreign. They just literally not saying shit.
Yeah.
So that they don't.
You know what? This makes sense though when I think about it right now. Young niggas don't say shit. They just make noise. Because I'm listening to them. I hear words, no sentence structure. They not saying a goddamn thing. I'm waiting. I'm not gonna talk about it's because they West Indian. It just sounds like it's a different dialect. No, they literally wasn't saying shit. It's not far from my people. It's like they're not saying shit.
And also, that's on the side of accounting now. That's her. She did BCom.
Oh,
I did BA,
Bachelor of Arts.
Bachelor of Arts.
yes.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
So we need to change this. Okay, let's say family law. Let's go there.
Okay,
You are there,
there's
ne?
family law, yeah, sure.
Yes, okay. Let's
Family
say
law, no one needs no
We're
family.
fighting for a will now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's say we have the same parents.
Yeah.
Now they bought that now.
Yeah.
Then now
Now they what?
they
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
They're deported.
It doesn't get for that.
yeah, they
Yeah.
Now, who gets? Okay, you are my lawyer now. He says he deserves half, but he wasn't staying with me. He went in the same house.
Nope. Do you really want to hear people that barely been able to wipe their ass, just got their rights to fucking vote? You want to hear these motherfuckers talking about motherfuckers worried about being divorced? Motherfucker got 2 sparrows. Yes, they're not doves. 2 sparrows on his fucking neck. You want to take him seriously? You want to take a little light skin that probably never been in New York but wearing a New York fucking Yankees hat? You want to take him seriously? Yeah, I'm talking shit. You want to do, motherfucker? Probably got only 3 cheeks. I'm gonna be generous. 3 cheeks under his belt. You want to hear him talking about fucking the possibilities of divorce? I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. This is what y'all want. You want to hear more about what he got to say? I want to skip the motherfucker. I don't even know how he ended up on my freaking feed. But if y'all want to hear a little bit more about what this barely fucking hair on his face, it was good nightish. If y'all want to hear that, let me know. I'm trying to skip past my feeds because I'm trying to sort out the bullshit from the quality shit. Oh, he said party people. He took your line. He took your line, KM. You're not the only one invited to the party. No, I don't be watching. You know why I be. You know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of responsibility for that. I don't be watching weird shit, KM. I be around weird content creators, and weird shit wind up in my feed because of them. Because you know what I don't be watching, but you know what I have to hear about when I go on these fucking platforms? Pussy. I don't be watching pussy, but every time I seem to be getting up on some of these weird ass platforms, I keep hearing about dick escapades, booty hole touching, and fucking pussy. And yeah, I know that you know what I'm talking about because I see you in the chats for all those conversations. You know, I ain't here, but I'm listening. I'm listening. I ain't watching, but I'm listening. You be doing the whole Ray Charles. I was listening. I don't see shit, but I was listening. You be doing the Stevie Wonder. I was listening. I be watching your ass. You be there right there in the motherfucking chat all the time. I ain't here, but I was listening. I was listening. Yeah, that pussy talk. Yeah. I be all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Guarantee your ass is there. But look at her. Look. She don't miss a fucking beat. Yeah, don't tell me I ain't shit. You ain't shit. Why you always there? I be strolling at motherfucking late. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Somebody was all up in my asshole. I'm like, what stream did I walk in on? What the fuck? Why motherfuckers is always talking about ass when I walk up in here? First person to respond to me, KM. Yeah, Resla, they said talking about that booty hole. Yeah, you're talking about they were flossing assholes. I'm like, yeah, I think I need to leave. I need to go take another break. I can't be on these panels. These weird ass shows, motherfucking grown ass men keep talking about assholes all the time. I gotta go. I got. You know what? I was, no, Resla, why don't you hit the link? Nah, I'm busy. You know what? I forgot to go make ice. I gotta go make ice, so I can't show up on the platform. I gotta go make ice. Yeah. When I get an opportunity after the ice is done chilling, I'll get back to you. But I gotta go make that ice. I said I told my girl I'll make ice. I took the last 4 ice cubes. I gotta go make ice. So that's the reason why I can't. Why a nigga can't come up to the platform? Yeah, why y'all there talking about pussy and shit and anal cream and whatever the fuck else to talk about. I gotta go make ice. All right, later. That's the reason. The reason I'm not there. That's the reason. The fuck? You think I'm gonna walk up into that shit? The reason why your booty hole don't disappear and after the booty games have been played, all the assholes was just a parade. And all that gayness starts to sway. La 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 la. No, I'm not dealing with no bullshit. Not at all. Keep your earth, wind, and bootiness over there. As Kev likes to play the song, niggas could be gay too. No, thank you. I will not be a part of it. I rather go dream or watch flies fuck. I will not be a part of that conversation. Anyway.
He was now they made him far away.
Okay.
Yeah, they...
Me.
Yeah, you don't know. And then, yes.
Yeah.
Now, what happens there now?
But also your scenario is missing like a few pointers. Like you guys,
Okay, so let's say-
guys hear me out. Did the parents leave a will or not?
No.
So I think that's interstate succession, right? Then the state takes it.
Ah!
None of your
Interstate
no,
what?
that's actually no, that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
man,
It
yeah.
goes to so there are degrees of relationships.
What's that now?
right?
Interstate. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Jeez,
it's when the government can seize your stuff. So this is like where it will be like if you die.
Yeah. If
they're like all of 18 years old talking about if you die. If you die, they bet. There's no one up there, ladies too. There's no one up there that barely got some fucking hair on their chin, ladies too. And they sitting there talking about what's going. What do you know? Get some. Can y'all get some experience? Y'all so desperate to be in grown folk conversation. Can y'all get some experience? I feel like that at this point, y'all need to go to college to learn just to be an adult. Go get some fucking experience. Why are you out here talking about grown shit that you have only been 2 years out in the streets? You just learn what it's like to keep the door locked at home. The fuck are you talking about? You still fresh from being able to just remember to keep your door fucking locked. You're still trying to figure out where you actually go vote in your neighborhood. The fuck are you doing? Having these conversations. When I was your age, I'm going to pull the age card. When I was your age, I was still talking to my grandmothers and my mothers about shit like that, and my aunts about shit like this. I wasn't here on a podcast talking to other young niggas that had no fucking experience about this bullshit. Narratives and talking points, folks. The narratives and talking points. Even the young motherfuckers think that they can sit there and educate you if they repeat what they heard from somebody else because they have no experience of their own. None. Zero. Zilch. Zippity doodah. The fuck are you talking about? This chick over here talking about what the laws were and half of this, whatever. Have you even experienced an orgasm yet? You've probably been fucked a few times. Don't get me wrong, ladies. But have you actually even experienced an orgasm? And you up on YN podcasts? Two light-skinned niggas? Barely got anything on their face? Barely got any experience under their belt? Talking about grown people shit? What are we doing here? What you talking about? Why are you trying to grow so fast? Why aren't you enjoying being young? What's going on? And this shit wound up on my feed. That's why I'm really upset about. The shit is on my feed. I like intellectual shit. I like thinking about this motherfucker again. Nope, we're not getting him again. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. That's just crazy. Jesus Christ. Here's something else from Steven Crowder. Oh my gosh. I'm not even sub to the man. I swear, if I watch like 3 things from him, I might have to end up subbing from him. I might be gonna lie. Just because I'm gonna get something happened. It must be the Charlie Kirk. You know what? Here's Morgan. That's the reason why Steven Crowder showed him on my platform again. That's gotta be the reason why. Here we go. This is something that just looks wild. I have no idea this, but I know I just seen Tucker Carlson on it. So someone else I haven't seen for a while. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell's happening?
That's also how you know it's propaganda, because she doesn't want to say, October 7th.
She can't even say the day.
And this is not to justify everything that has been done by Israel. Of course not. We haven't counted any follow-ups yet.
You're being nice. You're being nice. You are really, Cam, you're really being nice. Wet behind the ears. Then I wet behind the ears. Then I wet behind the balls. Then I wet behind the labia. The fuck are they talking about?
Have we continue?
Hamas. What is Hamas? Hamas are people.
What was that? Was that a guy or gal or what? What was that? What? I only got a quick look and my eyes said look away. I just asked the chat because they saw what you saw. What was that? I'm not even gonna go back to the page. What was that? I need someone else to confirm what they, because I could have saw wrong. What was that? Okay. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. Yeah.
Who have had their homes taken from them, who, if they live in Gaza, have not been able, basically been in an open air prison for certainly the last 20 years.
Tucker Carlson, this interview. Gosh. And guys, I know there's some stuff going on here. You can kind of keep us posted as far as news, because I think we'll probably be wrapping this up relatively quickly. There's a lot of infighting going on right now, and I've been around. One of the luxuries that I have in having been sort of a first mover going to YouTube and online content in, I think, 2008 or so, is kind of seeing the rise and fall and the factions that have taken place on the conservative right.
Yep.
And that includes, you know, sort of the old GOP, sort of Bush, W. Bush guard, the rise and fall of the with this none, Tucker Carlson. Let me just sort of set this up here. There's a lot, by the way, that I agree with. I do agree, by the way, that you can platform anybody you want, especially if it's someone who has an adversarial viewpoint. And I don't think that you are enabling, for example, a Nazi if you host someone who holds Nazi views and you rebut them. Just not something that I agree. I think you can discuss issues with whoever you want. I don't know the views of everyone to change my mind. And I think that some of the views expressed here, I get it. We talked about AIPAC, about unwarranted influence. I understand that.
Hey, you know what? I agree with him. Just because you're a cannibalist doesn't mean I won't go to your dinner party if you invite me. I just won't eat. I'll go there for stunning conversation, but I won't eat a goddamn thing in there. You might have a really good intellectual mind that I need to learn from, but I'm just not eating anything that's in the party. That's all. I get exactly what he's saying.
I would also say, do Qatar, do Chinese influence. But with Tucker Carlson interviewing this woman, seemingly out of nowhere, when there are much better ambassadors of the Christian Orthodox faith and its followers, when there are far more informed and, yes, experienced people as it relates to the Israeli-Hamas-Palestinian conflict, you go, okay.
For studying conversation, maybe you invite me.
Why this interview? It seems odd, doesn't it? And the issue that I want to draw your attention to, and I'm guilty of it, but I try to be straightforward about it, is the complete inconsistency in the application of questions and interview style. I think you should press your guests. I think it's fine to steer right into controversial topics. And I think it's fine to have a bias, but I think you need to be honest about it. and not present yourself or your viewpoint as something that isn't so. We saw this, I call it the sort of Jesse Ventura syndrome. I'm just asking questions, tough guy.
Jesse Ventura.
Tower 7. Well, what do you think? I don't know. Do you?
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
I'm asking questions. Well, at a certain point, there's no value, and do you apply it equally? And which Tucker Carlson are we talking about? I mean, this is someone who was, literally they lampooned him. He was on King of Queens because he was the bow.
Do any of you guys know what this is about? I have no idea what this is about. Last time I really heard Tucker Carlson in the news was literally Putin, nothing else. So I have no idea what it is, and it seems like Steven is filling in airtime. So I'm just trying to wait till he gets to it.
Who is a Palestinian?
I listen. When it comes to me and my research, I'd like people to get to the point. If you got a grievance with somebody, get to it. If you have a point that you don't like, if you're saying somebody says something and you want to review it, just get to it. You know what, KM? I might need to go see a psychologist again, because how dare I say I'm okay because I'm used to long stroking, but not candy with nobody else's paws long stroking. How dare I, right? I know. I'm a hypocrite. I know this though, because my psychologist told me this. But she says, I know it. I'm very much aware. I know all the steps. She can't do anything for me.
Christian living in the West Bank. And just here are a few highlights to start.
So you first moved to the Holy Land in 1996?
Correct. Yep.
As a nun.
Right.
How are Christians doing?
A fucking nun. It's a nun. It's a nun. Resla, find something nice to say. I thought nuns wear white. I thought one night I thought nuns wear like white and blue and yeah. I thought that's some of the they wore. I thought they wore lighter colors. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
In the Holy Land.
Well, it's become a very difficult time for them there.
You know a lot of Christians in the Holy Land. How many support the government of Israel? Do you know?
The Palestinians within Israel?
Yeah, Christians support the government of Israel.
I don't know that they would be any that really would. We're just flooded with this message that those terrorists are coming to get us next, which is absurd. Has any member of Hamas or anybody of a Palestinian come and threatened America as an American? Well, like I said, originally the idea of having the 1,000-year kingdom is a heresy that was in the early church.
First off, there's
interesting.
So much just there to address that's intellectually disingenuous. But the fact is, I'm actually not going to do that because this lady, I'm just going to be frank.
It's a lady?
Yeah, and I get it. I know it's really easy to.
Jesus Christ. I hate them. They're in my fucking soul. I can't stand I can't stand comedians. Go ahead.
To be confused because it looks like Clint Howard in disguise. And I understand that that's ad hominem, that should be beneath me, but it's not.
What the hell is even that?
It's lazy propaganda. And obviously, that's one quick example. Like, how many have there ever been Palestinians or Hamas who have threatened America? Well, yeah, of course, threatened Americans. Yeah, of course, death to America. An individual American on American soil? Well, no, because we've had security measures to make sure that doesn't happen. It's silly, it's lazy, it's dumb. And considering how aggressively Tucker Carlson goes after people with whom we would agree more, for example, Ted Cruz is not perfect. He annoys me, if anything.
Yeah.
But certainly would align with him on more things than a Hamas apologist.
Yes.
We're going to contrast the follow-ups, the pressing, the leading questions of a lady like this who just said, Hamas is no, come on. Have they ever killed an American, threatened an American on American soil here? Whoa, hold on a second. I thought we were going to have an honest discussion. So let's go to who first. Who is Mother Stephanopoulos? Of course, George Stephanopoulos, former Clinton advisor and broadcaster, George Stephanopoulos. This is his sister. She's obviously been connected for quite a while. She's a U.S.-born Russian Orthodox nun.
Whoa.
She does have a very long history of flat-out lying, just to be clear, factually, in a verifiable way, lying. So in 2002...
Is that for real? George, is that for real? I've never heard that. That's wow. Okay, well, I don't know anything. I'm not gonna take that. I'm just gonna let it rock.
Palestinian terrorists seized the Church of Nativity in Bethlehem, and they took monks as hostages. And she misrepresented a whole lot of their string of emails written by her accusing Israeli soldiers of shooting up a medical clinic, defecating on its floor, looting, robbing Palestinian homes. Sometimes there are articles that say she accused people falsely of rape. Now, keep in mind, she always said, this is what someone else told me. She's never experienced this herself or seen it herself and admitted as much, but it didn't stop her from going to the press. She also describes terrorists as not terrorists. Sometimes she describes them as policemen, parishioners, husbands, and fathers. So you can check all the references. That's who this person is, if you want to know the motivations there and how
Oh, the winch is in the building. Shout out. What's going on?
much you would align with this person's perspective. Let me just rattle off a few examples of so clearly factually inaccurate statements that were pushed back on 0%, so you can kind of guess how the rest of the interview goes. Here's the very first claim that she makes. She says that the Christian population in Israel is declining. Go.
I keep reading that the Christian population in the region has declined dramatically since Israel became a state in 1948.
Right.
Wrong.
And I'm not quite sure why.
Israel has continued to grow and think that they can dominate the Christian areas, the areas of Palestine, so they make it very difficult for anyone else to be able to live there.
But I'm just still confused by the idea that the Christian population is declining under Israeli rule. Yeah. You would think just the opposite.
They do not want any Palestinians there. So the majority of Christians in Israel and Palestine are Palestinian. So they have to leave too.
Okay, let's put the conflation that she does on the, I'm using the term loosely, on the side here. And you know what? This should be.
Well, I'm not the greatest at that and what goes on in Israel, because I'm just going to be honest with you. I really don't give a fuck. Well, I'm sorry. I might have offended some of y'all, some of your family members, some of your aunts. I really don't give a fuck. I don't mean this just as a black guy. I'm saying as an American, as someone who has to get up and worry about life every day and worry about how I'm going to put food on the table or what bills I got to pay and what's going on with my fucking government and who the fuck is doing what and what they're not. And I have to hear all the people complain about what they think hasn't been done for them while I'm trying to just do for me and my own family and my own friends. I don't give a fuck what's happening on the other side of the world. I side with me. I don't side with Israel. I don't side with Palestine. I don't side with whoever the fuck is the opposite. I don't give a fuck. I got too much shit going on here. I could not care less. I could not care a rat's ass. I could not give 2 fucks. I care more about my fingernail on my pinky growing too long before I care about what the fuck is going on in Israel. I know this is going to rub some of you the wrong way, but I'm going to say you could take 2 fingers and you can rub that shit out. If you have the time to worry about what's happening on the other side of the globe, this is my own little thing that I'm going to say right now. You know, I'll go full stream for this. If you have time to worry about what's going on the other side of the globe, you must be doing really fucking well in life. You must have no worries to have all your time baked up in what's going on the other side of the globe. I don't got that luxury. You must have so much fucking free time on your hands for you to be worried about what's happening across sea, across millions of miles of salt. A little bit of perspective should be in play. A little bit of introspection and a little bit of humbleness should really be there. I'm too busy worried about the people that's here with me all the time, for the people that's trying to do well for their own selves, my family, my friends, whoever my loved ones are, whoever the people that's close to me. I think I'm gotta love them, just the people that's near me. The homeless guy I gotta pass tomorrow. The homeless woman I have to pass the day after that, or in the same day. care about someone that does nothing for me in that day? Make that make sense. If we're worried about the people that who we can touch and influence the day that we breathe, why are we worried about people that will not even see us if we try to get there tomorrow? Because most of you guys who take off, if you want to take off on a plane, you won't even get there tomorrow. It'll still take you over a day. I am a person that I'm not worried about other people. I'm not worried about other people. I don't do this whole race shit. I don't do it. I'm even one of the people that say I'm American first. Will I look out for Black people and other causes, whatever? Yeah, sure, fine. But that's not my first and foremost priority. It ain't. I'm American first. National first. Taking care of my land and making sure that the people of my land we're all here to make sure that we keep what we have. Because if we don't try to keep it, someone else is going to come try to claim it. Sorry that a lot of you guys don't get that because you want to look at your skin tone first. When the truth of the matter is there's people all over the world who have the same skin tone as you, maybe a few shades darker or a few shades lighter, who don't think the same way that you do. But somehow you believe that that's important. Not to say it's not important, but there are things ahead of that need to be protected first. Because if you don't protect those other things first, you won't have that. You won't be able to be in a luxury to protect that skin tone. You should think about that. And I'll have people come out and say, "Oh, that's a liberal view. That's a conservative view." I don't give a fuck about what side you want. The fact that you even have to think in terms of size just let me know just how fucked up you are in the head already. If you can't think of just as being a human being, just being a critically thinking person. If the first thing you have to reach was the party because you ain't invited, you're already lost. You are already lost. I don't care about your party. I don't care about your donkeys. I don't care about your elephants. I don't care about your colors. Are you willing to take care of someone else who's willing to defend or at least proclaim, because I don't think all you will, proclaim to defend the very land that has afforded you the opportunities that you've had? That's the only thing that's important. All this other shit it's secondary, third even. Sorry if you don't like that. Actually, I'm not even sorry. I'm just placating. It's a little bit of gaslighting. I'm not even sorry. I'm not. Honestly, I don't even care for the situation that Steven's in because, quite frankly, it's all political and it doesn't mean shit. Unless Israel started flooding its ass over here, I'm not worried about it. Unless they came in here and they told Americans that they need to kiss the stone, I ain't worried about it. Wondering where your next meal is coming from, whether if your government or your officials that you should be looking after, instead of them looking over there, they should be looking at you because that's why they're elected. You should be looking at them and holding them to the job that they're supposed to be doing. And when they don't do it, don't just bitch about them. You should be getting their asses out of office. But let's be honest, everyday people don't even want to pay attention to who's in office. So therefore, you don't even know how to get them out of office. That's not a conservative view. That's not a liberal view. That's just being an American. Sorry if you didn't get the memo. That's just called being smart. That's just called critically thinking. That's just called doing what's in your best interest. Your best interest, not your party's best interest. because I didn't assign to a party. I signed for what was best for me and my interest and the interest of my friends and the interest of my family. Because I have plenty of friends who are Democrat. And I also have family who are Republicans. Never stopped me from being around them. No one ever told me, well, you can't show up around me unless you drink. Never happened. I know there's family members that they get into a whole hoopla about it. And I just say because you're lost. Because you don't know what's most important. If you think that party is more important than blood, you're already a lost soul. Let me say that for the people in the fucking back row. If you already have disowned, have cast your own blood aside because of party instead of family ties, family resemblance, family values, you have already lost before you began. There's no sense in even talking to you. You're already a lost soul. You are already gone in the wilderness, waiting to be devoured by whatever's there. You cannot be protected because you did not protect this, which is why you wandered so far. It is what it is. I'm not mad. I ain't worried about it because it's your problem. It's your decision. Just keep that shit over there like a good neighbor. Stay over there. I'm listening, I'm watching, and I'm going, I don't want it. I'm listening to you too. I'm watching you and I'm going, stay over there. Because the moment you start talking about the hive, you already lost. You so want to fit in so badly that you don't even know who you are. Well, fuck you, Resla, because you know that you a lone wolf. I'm good. Yeah, I'll be all right with that. Even though you really don't understand shit about lone wolves, because lone wolves really got to struggle. I'm not a lone wolf. I got a pack. And the funny part about my pack is that they're both on either side of the party and they look at me and I go, how is it benefiting us? And they put that shit aside. You guys haven't figured out a way to do that because you're too busy wanting to be liked by others and because you haven't done enough work to like yourself. See, I'm very selfish. I love myself. I love me some wrestling. Love me some wrestling. If there was a female version of me, we'd be fucking all the time. I love me some wrestler. You guys, though, you can't figure your own selves out. So damn for sure you can't figure your family out because you're too busy trying to figure out how can you be liked by other people. You motherfuckers are the ones that can't watch movies by yourself. You don't want to cook because you're by yourself. You don't want to go to the movies by yourself. You don't want to go out to eat by yourself. You barely like traveling to work alone. You got to go fucking carpool. Not for nothing, fuck you and for everything you stand on, you loner motherfuckers. But you turn around and look at me and call me a loner. But you can't do anything without the group. You're a dependent. You're not independent. You're not self-sustaining. You're a dependent. And I said what I said. I said what I said. Everything I look up here really has to do with some intellectual shit. I see something talking about the Great Depression, the Great Deception of modern society. I got something else up here. I'm gonna take away the Steven Crowder shit because I'm not gonna watch it. I see something else up here that talks about another one that says Great Deception, the Great Deception of modern society. Why did I have two of these things up here? Why being romantic in modern society became emotional stupidity. That's an interesting one. Doesn't have a lot of likes though. It's only 702 views. and only 37 likes, but that popped up on my, for some reason on my freaking feed. I think I might have to just pull that window down and take a look at that later. What else is going on up here? Because I'm thinking about going back into my code again. Does AI have creativity or imagination? That's something that's popped up. I got another one that says the rise of racist content creators. That's going to be interesting. I'm not going to look at that just yet. And then that used to be the Porsche, but I didn't watch. I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it. Now it's Turkey Talk. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got sitting there going, oh, damn, nope, I got more freaking shit going on here. So I'll have to figure out that. How to build and sell AI agents. Interesting. That's a meme. That's a cat. That's about a game. Huh. And I think that might be all for YouTube. Shit, no, I'm lying. There is more for YouTube. God damn it. What's this? How to add and set up. Oh, that's a bot. Something I'm working on. Oh, nope. So that's pretty much it when it comes to YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to really go through all that other intellectual stuff because it seems like it could be boring and I'm not going to bore you guys with it. That's just not going to be it. Let me go pull up my actual chat because I'm not here looking at you guys. Oh, here we go. Ruck, what's going on? I didn't even see you in the building. What's going on, Ruck? How's everything going on? Good to see you too. Mama said she's doing good. It was fast. I guess been chopping it up. Anyway, that's what I was gonna leave you with today. It's already 8 o'clock here in my time. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything for 9 o'clock. All I know is I just need to take a little break. I need a little bit of thinking. This was a great distraction. I've been distracted for about almost 2.5 hours with you guys. If I come up with anything, we will see what happens. But I think from here, I am going to leave it because I am trying to make sure we only got half the month left before Q4. And I got so much stuff that I have to work on for the next quarter because we got a lot of something we got to work on. I'm trying to get prepared as possible. Because if not, we're going to be late. And for guys, you know me, I don't like to be a late ninja. You know what I mean? I know that's like the stereotype, but I happen to be somebody who tries to be on time. So outside of that, I think I'm going to leave it to you guys. I will see you in the next one. No special outro or anything because I'm still working on a whole lot of the different stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ruck, thank you for showing up. I am not even going to redirect. It's early. Go find out where the hell you want to go. That's it. I will see you in the next one. If I do go live, then you'll get the notification. If you haven't subscribed to me, then you won't get a notification. That's just what it is. See you in the next one. Bow, bow.